Hey there. What a fantastic question. How might I be able to connect with my beloveds, my loved ones who are in spirit who have passed at this holiday time and then beyond too? I understand that this holiday seasons are often birthdays, wedding anniversaries, birthdays of your children and such. They can be so challenging and so painful if we don't feel that we have communication with those in spirit. And so I asked those in spirit to help answer this question: what is the easiest way for them to reach back to us? And they started giggling and they said, just like on earth, what does it take for us to really hear a message? We have to listen. So they suggest doing everything that you can, whatever works for you, to get really quiet and really present. State your desires, put it out there, what you would like to know, or that they might have answers for you. And then ask the question, and then be quiet, be still, be present. Now, I just got asked a really awesome question lately, which is, how the heck are you talking to my loved ones when you don't speak my language? So guess what? Those in the quantum are connected to allness, to the infinite nature of all things, to everything. So they can modulate whatever language that they had here in form with a loved one here. They can translate it into any language they want to present it to somebody like me, a medium, in my English language, or even in Spanish, since I speak that too. But if it's another language, they're going to hand it over in a way that I can still get the message back to their loved ones here. So if you speak, say you speak Portuguese, and I know a smattering of Portuguese, and you've requested that I work with you, I will ask your peeps in the quantum, and I don't even need to really ask them, they do it anyway, to give me their messages for you in English or Spanish, and then we go from there. And here's the funniest part of all that is, oftentimes when I've been given messages from those that are from other heritages, some of the language they use and the idioms or the slang are words I've never even heard before. So I just present it as, this is what they're saying right now. I really don't know what it means, but I'm sure you do. And then of course clients bust a gut laughing because they said, oh, of course my grandfather would talk like that. Of course my uncle said that like 10 times when I was little. So little things like that are super fun when you start to get connected, because you lift a filter, you stay out of you thinking that you can't do it. You drop the doubt and the hesitation and any kind of confusion around it, and you just let go to them really speaking with you and communicating with you. Imagine this: when if you're in form, you really want to get somebody, you really want to understand where they're coming from. You listen, right? And you listen to where they are. You don't sit there and tumble over them and stomp over them and bulldoze over them with your own language. You really listen and hear, wow, I didn't know that about this person because I didn't really listen all the way to the end of their sentences. In the Midwest of the US, now this is a really potent thing, and I've heard this from around the world, that people usually know that we're from the Midwest because we can interrupt a lot and not let people finish their sentences. Especially business people have mentioned this. So it's something to checkpoint with you if you are having challenges reaching those in the quantum. Make sure that you're not cutting them off with your own thoughts. Because even though you might not be interrupting them with words, you might be doing it with your thought, and then you're just saying, I don't hear them, I don't hear them. We can't really hear and be speaking at the same time. I know people think they can multitask like that, and the energy is there and you're picking up on the energy, but the resonance of the person, you miss out on that. The vibration of what they're saying, because you know how words can be all different meanings depending on the resonance of it. Same with text messaging, same with email and phone calls. So if you're hearing though, by listening really deeply, you're not going to miss the message. So get still, as they suggested. Find something that's really quieting to you, where you can get really present, whether it can be gardening, swimming, riding a horse, taking a walk, sitting next to a tree. You don't have to be mobile. You can just be completely still with your eyes closed and receiving the information. Trust what you hear. Don't doubt it, because every time that you say, no, I'm just imagining it's because I really want this, you're discounting or even deflecting your loved ones from being able to contact you easily and communicate with you easily. Another way to practice it is start practicing with those people here in form by asking them, hey, send me a message, through your energy field, through your mind, or tonight when I'm, getting ready for bed, just send me a message around 9 o'clock. I'm gonna see if I can get it. because you'd be surprised how fast you can pick up on other people's messages when they don't have to put it in a text message or email or phone call. They can just send it to you, and you'll say, were you thinking about this? Were you saying that? Were you trying to tell me this? And pretty soon you're like, wait, what's the difference between doing this with those here in form, say a child or an animal, and those out of form? There's really no difference, because communication is energy. Isn't it funny? We give it so much meaning when it's like words, in all different languages. And it has a song-like quality oftentimes when it comes in from the quantum. So you might hear things from your loved ones and you're like, they never said that to me. They never expressed things like that. It doesn't matter. When people jump into the quantum, they dumped off all the stuff that kept them in any way limited from communicating with you openly, honestly, straight up, direct, no holds barred. You might get some very specific messages from people that had been very vague with you, or hiding, or not really telling you everything, or in denial here on the earth plane. And all of a sudden you're getting the messages coming back that are super clear, and you're going, whoa, could this possibly be the same person? Trust it, hear it out, because those in the quantum never lie. They do not lie in the quantum. Now you're asking, well, why not? What if they lied here and while they're in form? Doesn't matter, they don't lie from the quantum. And why is that? Because here, as you've probably seen in other videos of mine, people here in form lie because they are afraid of losing something. Those in the quantum know, as soon as you leap, I'm connected to everything on this. I'm not lacking anything. I can do anything. I can be anything. I can travel anywhere. There's no limitation at all. So there's no reason to lie. If you're connected to everything, how can you lose anything? And it doesn't exist in the quantum. So they don't have the resistance either, by the way. So as you've seen in the quantum leaping videos of mine, you don't have lack, you don't have limitation, and you don't have resistance. So if you're asking them to explain to you something, say you're saying, hey mom, or hey dad, or child, why do I have a cancer flare up? Or what's going on with my horse? What's going on with my dog? They're going to give you straight up answers. They're going to say, well, your cancer is all that you're doing this parasitic thinking on yourself, or they'll say something's eating you alive and you're not dealing with it. So the cancer came along to bring it to the surface for you. It's not a bad thing. It's not a negative thing. It's not something you have to fight. I know that's a language that's given to us here in our earth form all the time. You have to fight this cancer and fight that disease and fight that. All we do when we fight is add more resistance. So the idea is to find a way to, where is the love missing? Where are we not really having self-care for ourselves? Where are we allowing ourselves to be devalued? Where are we allowing ourselves to be treated horribly? To have people being using us or manipulating us or controlling you and doing all that? Of course, we have to weaken the power to ourselves. Nobody can take our power away. So we have to give others permission to help us weaken our own power, or we decide that that's not going to be. So again, those in the quantum are going to be super direct with you. They might tell you something in 3 words, and you go, oh my gosh, that was my best friend coming through telling me it was time to do this, or ditch that, or dump that off, or quit carrying that forward all this time. Whatever it is, your loved ones in spirit are going to give it to you straight. So listen to them, and the more that you can really hear them for what they're saying and trust where they're coming from, because of course they don't have any filters, and it's all love where they are. It's all love. They have no other measurement there. There's nothing, and it's infinite anyway. There's no measurement whatsoever. Trust them, because that is the best honoring you can do for those that are no longer here in form. This goes throughout the year. The holiday season can be, as I said, particularly challenging because people are really wishing they could talk to their loved ones and see them again, and this is the way you can. Again. All right, this is Jeannie Blaha with Take a Walk with Your Angels, joyflames.com out of Montana. Take care and talk soon. Bye.